All right. All right. If you're watching this video right now, I am no longer a teenager. Today's my birthday, and I turned 20 today from 19. And, I'm posting this like weeks after my birthday, actually, so you're not going to know when my birthday is. You can go ahead and do all the research and find it if you want to, if you really want to know that bad, but I'm not posting on my birthday. This channel's like weeks ahead on videos, like weeks. So, today's my birthday. Didn't really do much besides open my laptop, work, maybe look outside. It was pretty nice today. I might go to a restaurant later by myself, just treat myself a little bit. I don't really do that. But I was just pondering, I was thinking about comparisons. Pretty much, a lot of people say, comparing is bad. Don't compare yourself to this person. Don't compare yourself to this person. Everyone has their own journey, their own path. Everyone has their own chapter, which is true. Don't get me wrong. That is 100% true. 100% true. But I think comparisons could also be a good thing. And I'm just going to backtrack a little bit before I actually get to that point. When I was younger, I kind of wish I had a friend group that was fully focused on money and business, because I would be successful a lot sooner than I am. And I'm not successful just yet, actually, still. But soon enough, I will be, 100%. But growing up, I kind of wish I had a friend group who was like that, who didn't just play video games all the time, who didn't tell me to play video games 24/7, who just focused on business and money. I kind of wish I followed that path and I had a friend group like that. But it didn't end up being that way. I got on video games 24/7, and that's all I did all day, every single day. And I kind of wish I had someone just throw me off that path and just put me in a chair in front of a laptop and said, work on business, make money, done. Right? I didn't have that though, unfortunately. But I also think that it was probably a little bit necessary, because if I didn't do that, I was really good at video games. I got to like top number 3 out of like probably millions of people in a certain game on Roblox. It's a Roblox game at the end of the day. But I feel like it was also imperative that I had that in my life, because it gave me, it made me actually get the ability and learn the ability to pretty much focus, beat my opponents, and persist and just keep trying over and over again, right? And it was only when I was like late 16s, like as soon as I turned 17, I stopped video games. And I feel like the video games probably did help me with that, with focus, with helping me learn to beat my opponents and everything like that, because that's what business is. That's what the real world is. That's what business is. You have to beat your opponents, and your opponents are people pretty much making more money than you. You just kind of have to beat them. But eventually it gets to a point where it's like you just have to work with them, because, you can't be a one-man army, right? It's armies with multiple people, with multiple groups that survive, not the ones with 1 or 2 or 3 people. It's the ones with tens and hundreds and thousands, hundreds of thousands. Those are the ones that persist and live to the end, right? So I was just thinking about comparisons pretty much, and how it's a good way in that if you compare yourself, like let's say I was younger, I compared myself to those people who were rich, who had really nice cars, who were able to take care of their family, who went on vacations wherever they wanted to, whenever they wanted to. I saw that, and that's what made me quit video games. I was like, what am I doing? I'm too busy playing GTA 6, getting all this digitally when I could do it in real life. There's no way. I was like mind blown. I was like, I'm done with this. I'm doing it in real life, right? And so I traveled to a whole different country. That's like a video game right there, right? I quit my 9 to 5. That's a video game right there. I'm going through all these different levels in life, and it's like, this is my video game. Everyone has their own different video game. This is my video game. You have your video game. Everyone has their own book. Everyone has their own chapters, right? That's the point. You need to gamify it. Instead of playing video games and doing all this stuff digitally, instead of getting your dream car digitally, you can get it in real life. That can be your real life game. Life is a game. Just start gamifying it. That is the point of life, I feel like. Just gamify it. A lot of things are going to be hard, but you have to gamify it, right? And so when you compare yourself to these people who are doing much better than you, your mind will start to open up, and you'll start to understand that you are capable of much more than you thought you were. If I never looked online and saw these other rich people in nice cars, retiring their mothers, retiring their parents, I wouldn't even want to do it. I wouldn't even know it was possible, and I didn't even think I would be capable of it. But because I saw that, I was like, Okay, this can 100% happen. I am capable of it. They're a human. I'm a human. Let's run it. And I did that. And I'm doing it today, right? And that's what I'm working towards, of course. All those goals and achievements that I saw other people hit, I need to hit that same thing and do even better than they have, right? Life's a game. I see it as war a little bit as well. I see it as war, and I need to be the last man standing. That's kind of how I see it. That's how I game a fight, at least. It's war, and I need to be the man who outcompetes everybody else. But of course, I need to have that war group as well, which is why traveling solo, I kind of want to get people to travel with as well. I don't just want to travel by myself. But that's a whole different story. Anyhow, that's the good thing about comparing. Well, now the bad thing a lot of people do is they compare themselves to other people and they try to be that other person. You can aspire to be like someone else. You can say, all right, I want to be as strong as him. I want to be as rich as him. I want to look as good as him. Sure, you can do that. But don't try to be him if you're not him. And I'm not sure how to get more specific than that. Just don't try to be someone that you're not, essentially, because that is what brings people down the death spiral. That is what kills a lot of people. Don't do that. When you compare, I guess, a good way to put this is, when you compare the achievements of others, understand that they're in a whole different chapter than you are. You know, they went through a lot of stuff before they were able to achieve that goal. Just like you're going to go through all that stuff to achieve that goal that you have too. But they're all going to be different things that you have to go through in order to achieve the same goal, right? So don't try to be someone you're not. And it's okay to compare. Just don't let it be the end of you, because if you do, well, you're just going to end up being a character in someone else's book. That's pretty much all I have to say. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my birthday now. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my birthday solo, traveling in Bali, and yeah, talk soon.